today's presentation we are talking about what type of requisite set of actions we are needed with concern to FSSAI recruitment for Central Food Safety Officer and Technical Officer. And here we are talking about what things are there. In first, we are taking about a look about the important syllabus, how we are able to make a courses of action for the particular syllabus. Then the syllabus is further segregated in what are the different set of numbers, what are the subtopics for our syllabus. Okay, so yeah, okay, so these are our heads. First of all, we're talking about the what is the whole recruitment notification, followed by that second one is the CBT. Friends, keep in mind currently the examination pattern is changed with concern to the recruitment 2019. In 2019 the phase is that CBT is followed by the written examinations. Okay, but here no written examination this year. So in 2021 there is no written examination. That is one of the most important change. So here we are talking about CBT first, means computer based test first, followed by CBT second. Then again what type of syllabus we have to prepare for FSSAI, and how to fill the online form, or the most important thing is what are the different types of FAQ, frequently asked questions, with concern to how to fulfill the form or with concern to eligibility criteria. Okay, so let's talk about some of the important dates. As all of you know about, the starting date from the FSSAI recruitment is from the 13th of October, and you have to fill the form till the time of 12th of November. Okay, so here we talk about the syllabus pattern. Now, as we know, there are two important heads. One is the general aptitude and second is the functional knowledge. So that is one of the important change we saw in this recruitment, as there are 40 questions for the general aptitude, followed by that 80 questions for the functional knowledge. So this is one of the important change here. Okay, so for the change are that last year or 2019-20, in the recruitment of 2019-20, the weightage given on general aptitude is 25%, and now it is moved up to 33.3%. Functional knowledge, surprisingly the weightage got reduced from 75% to 66.6%. Definitely the 1:1 ratio for the confirmation to the interview level, or we could say 1:1 level for the 50:50 ratio for the CBT first and CBT second. That's why it is very much important to have in full focus of the both examination. CBT first 50% weightage, followed by that CBT second also has the 50% weightage. And here let me clear one thing very precisely. Currently availability of syllabus is only for CBT first. So just taking into consider these things. Please ensure these things follow. Okay, then just 1 second. Okay, then CFSO. So these three are the important positions are there for the recruitment point of view. CFSO, technical officer, and assistant director, technical concern. Now with concern to syllabus. So these are the four heads with general aptitude and computer literacy. Okay, so these four carries, every section carries 10 number of questions, followed by that 40 marks. It means one question carry 4 marks, and there is a negative. The negativity is nothing but 0.25% is the negativity. So if your one question got wrong, so you could lose 1 mark, and if it is wrong, if it is right, you got 4 marks. So in the first one, general intelligence is the concern. Here you could talk about the different types of verbal and non-verbal consequences, followed by that general awareness. When we say general awareness, so here all things came into effect. Mean not only the cultural advances or not only the international issues, apart from that your historical, cultures, geographical, all types of scientific ongoings. So all these came into effect for the general awareness. Not only this, apart from this, many different types of sports achievement, even scientific achievements. So all these make their way for the general awareness. So here we have to prepare with very advanced level. I must say that PD Pratyogata Darpan is one of the best way by which you could do general awareness. Followed by that English language comprehension. Here different things are there. Some of them we already known, like a paragraph sentence. Then apart from that, synonyms, antonyms. These are some of the important points are there. And computer literacy, definitely in terms of computer literacy, you have to ensure these 10 marks first of all. Here not only on the computer questions, but here also the questions could be from social media campaigning, like we could say chronology of orders, which could be the first one, who are the founders, maybe the WhatsApp, maybe the Facebook, Twitter, who could be the founder, how the things could happen in terms of the chronology. So all these things are concerned for the computer literacy. Okay, now apart from that, the most important point is the Indian and international food laws, where 20 number of questions are there. Fine. So here 20 number of questions are there. As we know, one question for 4 marks. So 80 marks are there for Indian and international food laws. So here what are the things? First one is talking about the food safety, that is nothing but our FSSA Act 2006. When we say the act, so there is a lot of consequences of the act. As we know, there are 101 sections. So how to remember these? Again, I received many questions from your end. So one of the question, how to remember the different sections. So you have to make a chronology of order and sort out the most important act, and according to that you could remember the different types of sections. Okay, so different types of provisions are there, and most importantly the problem is that with concern to definitions, if we are talking about the premise, okay, if we are talking about just word premise, so it is any type of location, store, shop, hotel, anything, any place, any entity where you could sell, manufacture, distribute your any article of food. So that could be the premise. So these are some of the important things. When we say FSMS, okay, I think just the question is there for your today's examinations. When we say FSMS, it is nothing but food safety management system. So it is the perfect combination of three important things. GMP stands for good manufacturing practices, GHP for good hygienic practices, and HACCP, that is hazard analysis and critical control point. So the three set of compliances is nothing but the food safety management system. Now what happened? Approach. Previously, with concern to PFA Act, the approach is a preventive one, or the approach is the reactive approach. The things are already happened and we are make a reactive actions accordingly. But now with concern to FSMS, here we are talking about the proactive approach, and that could be possible by means of the Food Safety and Standard Authority of India. Fine. So these are some of the important things, different sections of the act, and what are the important things for implementation point of view. Here I must say that there are different sections as we know, but the some of the important sections for offenses and penalties point of view, these are most important. When we say section number 53, so it could be definitely lead to the misleading advertisement, and if any person make the offense, it means certain illegal things against the law, that is, or certain contravention to the law, that is the offense. So if he made any misleading things, misleading advertisement, then there is a punishment of 10 lakhs. So you could remember accordingly. Okay, overview of FSS rules and regulations. Again, these are again important one. When we say rules, so there are different set of rules and regulations. Yes, there are different regulations from 2011 onwards for the food safety and standard regulations. The regulations are there from 5th of August. Overview of some of the important relevant bodies of food safety authority or the national bodies. Some of the bodies like APEDA. So here what happened? You have to make a table, or you have to prepare like what is the organization name, the full form, then the establishment year. Apart from that, the head office and the main objective. So these are the four important funda you have to apply, and you have to make in a tabular form like APEDA, BIS, EIC, MAPEDA. Now what happened? Whenever the word is there, MAPEDA, majority of the people got confused. They think that YUM stands for meat in terms of MAPEDA, but in MAPEDA, YUM stands for marine. Okay, and certain boards like yes, spice board, tea board, even coffee board. So definitely here important thing, we have to make an arrangement. Even not only this, our MFPI, Ministry of Food Processing Industries. Okay, so again these are important one, which is established in 1988, that is the MFPI. Then international food control systems, different types of laws, regulations. So when we say international, at that time codex came into effect. Okay, so definitely here we are talking about the important implications of codex. What happened here? Codex is nothing but the CAC, Codex Alimentarius Commission. It is actually make their way in 1962, and the formulation or implementation at the international level from 1964 onwards. when India got a membership from Codex point of view. So here Codex is again one of the important thing. When we say Codex, so here we have to implement some of the important hygienic practices so that our any article of food could be made as a safe for consumption. When we say our food is safe for consumption, it is nothing but the making the hygienic practices. Fine. Then certain WTO agreements with concern to SPS. SPS means nothing but sanitary and phytosanitary measures, and TBT, trade barrier on trade. Technical barrier on trade, yes, definitely. Important national and international accreditation bodies like NABL, like these are the ways. Okay. Okay, now just a minute. Okay, then second thing is with concern to the FSSAI. Okay, so with concern to FSSAI, here we are talking about different types of activities. Again, the questions are 20 and marks are 80 marks are there. Genesis and evolution of FSSAI. Please ensure this thing. Act is already there in 2006. To implement the act, we require FSSAI, and that came into effect on 2008. Fine. So structure and functions of food authority. As we know, the structure is the 3-tier one. At the apex, there is a central advisory commission. Then apart from that, there is a scientific panel and scientific committee. And every particular specific functions or every particular tier have a certain set of functions to perform. Okay, central advisory committee is one of the important one. So definitely the chairperson of this is the nothing but the commissioner, and he is also act as a chairperson of the FSSAI. Fine. With concern to age, I think in morning concern to age profile. When we say FSSAI, so just ensure these things. With concern to members, it is 62 years, and with concern to chairperson, 65 years is, we could say, limit for the age. Overview of systems, processes in standards enforcement, laboratory ecosystem, import, third party audits. So all these are nothing but overview about the food authority. Followed by that, promoting safe and wholesome food. Now ensure one thing. When we say we have to promote our safe food or promote our wholesome food, safe food, we know it is safe for consumption. But when we say wholesome, it means it do not cause any effect or any types of harmful chances on your health. So it is safe for health concern. It do not cause any type of chances for your health according to its intended use. So that is nothing but the wholesome food. So to promote this, our FSSAI have certain many initiatives. Certain of that, Eat Right India campaign, food fortification, SNF, Clean Street Hub. So these are some of the important ones. Training and capacity building, yes, definitely. Not just to appoint a person is not a fulfillment of the authority. We have to make perfect knowledge or the application of knowledge for the social well-being, and that could be done by means of the training and perfect capacity building for the employee or for the people who are working for the authority. Then role of state food authorities. Yes, when we say state food authorities, there are again different authorities, maybe the DO, designated officer, again the food commissioner for the state, followed by that designated officer is there, and followed by designated officer there is a FSO, food safety officer for the state. Fine. I just clear one thing here. When we say CFSO, central food safety officer, so definitely here we are talking about the center point of view. So at any location where more number of central licenses are issued, okay, at any location where more number of central licenses are issued, at that point CFSO could be appointed. Fine. अब central license, exactly central license हम कैसे कह सकते हैं? Nothing but central license when we say, so your annual turnover could be at least more than 20 crores. Fine. So that point is nothing but the CFSO, Central Food Safety Officer. Okay, principles and preservation. I think you are all aware about these things. There are different types of food processing operations, principles we have to follow, and GMP, good manufacturing practices, while we are moving on with concern to the commodity handling. Or your food preservation methods. Yes, different types of methods. What are the principles? All things are there, for which I think different books are very much available. Or your food packaging methods, even the some of the principles, and at the same time packaging materials and important techniques for the packaging. Certain principles for the food chemistry. Now we move towards the food chemistry parameter, where again 10 number of questions there for the food chemistry. Yes. Okay, so here structure and functions of macro and micronutrients. So you could classify these things. Apart from that, role of the different things, some of the food additives, anti-nutritional factors, enzymes, nutraceuticals, even food allergens. Now from the 2019 onwards, every yabbi or every person who is manufacturing of the food, who is the manufacturer of any types of food article, he has to mention if any allergens are present. So different types of allergens, if it is present in the commodity, so it should be mentioned on the label itself. It should be mentioned on the bold and capital that what allergens it contains. Fine. So there are typically 8 allergens listed by the food authority. In food microbiology, there are 10 number of questions, like from the microbiology point of view, sources of microorganism, what types of things that could be lead to the spoilage, contamination, and again GLP, good laboratory practices we could follow to avoid this. Then food analysis and testing, yes, again there are 10 questions. So here we are talking about important things or important methods for food analysis, followed by that some of the modern analytical techniques, in which only one is specified there. Please ensure these things, only one is specified, but there are number of modern techniques are there. Only mass spectroscopy is there. Apart from that, number of techniques are there. So definitely you could ensure all these things in a very pretty manner. Again, quality assurance, quality controls, all things are there. Now we talk about while we are filling the form, what types of difficulty we are facing. So just ensure these things. We have to follow this one, that is the job@FSSAI. Okay, whenever you go to the site, it is already there. Just click on this button. Followed by that, these are the important one. So here we have to just click on the direct recruitment 04 for the CFSO TO, and here we have to apply for apply online. Then this is the interface. So all different types of instructions are there. Just take a look about the instructions while you are filling the form. Okay, at last you have to make a start button. Okay, so here the note could be there at last. Okay, just one thing, I will admit you one thing. What happened here, from one mobile number, many queries are there. Only from one mobile number you could register for 2 posts. You are definitely able to register for 2 or more posts with one mobile number. Maybe you could register for CFSO, again you could register for the TO, or even you could register for the assistant director technical, even from the one mobile number and one email. But just one thing is required, that you have to apply separately. Okay, so just आपको separately apply करना है, so that it could be very fine to apply for the different types of positions. Okay, when here we talk about where to apply, so these are the different posts are there, nearly 10 number of positions are there. So here it is specified for which post you have to apply. Okay, so these are the details you have to fill up: contact number, email ID, confirmation ID. After fill up that could be the interface, and same could be given to you on your mobile number. Registered mobile number पे आपको आपका user ID, password, both चीजें आपको यहाँ पे आ जाएगी. Then that could be the interface about the personal applications, and here keep in mind the options are there. After that phase you have to move to the go to application form. अगर आपको ये नहीं आता है, क्योंकि that could be one of the again inquiry from your end. So here just one thing, you have to ensure by means of the desktop site mode if you go by the if you log in with your mobile. Otherwise, if you log in with your system, that could be fine. And try to use Google Chrome only. So then you go for the go to application form. Okay, so here different types of contact details you have to ensure, starting from your number, then followed by the matriculation. Okay, apart from that, additional qualification, first, second, previous work experience if any. Now we are talking about the important things. So here we are talking about the position of TO. So here we take an example of how to fill the form for technical officer. So keep in mind there are 4 parameters by which you could apply for the technical officer. Okay, so first is the you must have the master degree. That is one of the parameter. Okay, now the question is, in which stream we require master degree? So just look at this. These are the n number of things, n number of degrees in which master degree if you have, then definitely you are the eligible one. Starting from chemistry, biochemistry, food technology. Again keep in mind here it is already written that microbiology, number of questions from there from the microbiology stream are we eligible? So definitely, if you are the master degree in microbiology, you are eligible for technical officer, industrial microbiology, biotech, food technology, food safety and quality assurance. Definitely fine. Then second one is the PG diploma. Okay. Okay. So the second one is the PG diploma. PG diploma after completion of your graduation at least of 1 year. ओके इसमें से भी आपको एग्जैक्टली किस चीज में पीजी डिप्लोमा करना है, स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम द क्वालिटी सेफ्टी और द क्वालिटी मैनेजमेंट और द फूड प्रोडक्शन, फूड साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी, all things are written in the notification itself that you must have the PG diploma if you are the graduation. That is the second criteria. Fine. So the third criteria, you must have the BE or BTech. Okay, so in which stream it require BE or BTech? So here keep it, just take a look. BE or BTech in, these are the some of the important streams: food technology, dairy, biotech, oil technology, food process engineering, food processing technology, fruits and vegetable, and food safety and quality. So these are important streams. अगर आप BE और BTech इसमें से भी हो, then again you are eligible. So this is the third criteria. And now the fourth criteria, I think one is okay. Just a second. Okay, so the fourth criteria, if you have just the bachelor's degree, if you have just the bachelor's degree, then the degree should be at least of 4 years. Please ensure these things. If you have just a graduate with a 3-year degree, then you are not eligible. You are supposed to be not eligible. So you must have the bachelor's degree of at least 4 years. Maybe from the animal sciences, maybe from the agriculture origin. There are a number of origins which are already given in the notification. Fine. So after that interface, these are the 4 important parameters you have to fill up: eligibility criteria, personal details, qualification, and finally declaration. Okay, so then after you have to click on different things like nothing but you have to upload your passport size photograph. Again, apart from that, scanned signature, and yes, your certificate of for the date of birth origin, and finally declaration. Okay, so these are the important stage for the declaration. So again, keep in mind one thing: for CBT stage first, there are nearly 103 centers. Okay, this is again one of the query. And for CBT stage second, there are only 24 sections. तो हो सकता है एक सेंटर जो CBT first को हो, सेंटर second को ना हो. So definitely ensure these things. For CBT first, there are number of centers are there. For example, Maharashtra Aurangabad is the center for CBT first, but for the second, it is not there. Okay. So at last, you have to ensure all these things. And finally, some of the important things for the CFSO. Okay, so with concern to CFSO, you require a degree. If it is fine, then the degree in the food technology, dairy, biotech, oil tech, agri sciences. Here we're talking about the different agricultural sciences: veterinary, biochemistry, microbiology. So these, and even medicine. Yes, MBBS candidate can also eligible for this position. Okay, with concern to frequently asked questions, some of the important questions which I have taken from the coordinator point of view, I just take an important among all. So here one of the question is like where to give the priority for either to the CFSO or to the TO. So keep in mind, it is dependent upon you, to whom you have to suit it. When we say CFSO, definitely we are talking about the Central Food Safety Officer. And when we say technical officer, so technical officer is nothing but one of the person who is involved in the policy making, and CFSO is the ground floor person who is involved in implementation of the act. आप खुद को कहाँ fit कर पाते हो, that is depend upon you. But these are some of the important criteria you have to fix it. Then apart from that, okay, depth of syllabus, I already covered all the important things. Okay, FSSAI, definitely all different types of updates are there. If any updates are there with concern to CBT second syllabus, then that could be available on the FSSAI website. So here I'm just talking about the FSSAI website. Fine. CBT exam pattern, definitely it is the computer based test. No any type of subjective will be there. Fine. Job location posting, yes, that is one again one other question with concern to location or posting. CFSO you could promote it to the any part of the country. आप कहीं पे भी आपकी posting वहां पे हो सकती है for the location point of view. Again, the retention time could be somewhat less with concern to CFSO. Why it is so? Because he is a public contact point. उनका directly public से contact होता है, so that could be one of the important point we have to keep in mind with concern to CFSO. Okay, apart from that, one more important thing. यहाँ पे ध्यान में रखिए, when we say CFSO, when we say FSO, one is leading from the center end, or one another is leading from the state end. But the thing which is we have to keep in mind that there should be exchange of information among the all enforcement authorities. Definitely, exchange of information among the all exchange authority of the state and center. That is important one. Fine. So here we could say among the two, यहाँ पे हम कह सकते हैं CFSO and TO, technical officer, though connecting link is the designated officer. Fine. So that is one of the question. Okay. Job transfer could be possible. Yes, definitely. Okay. One question is there, why FSSAI job is more important than the private job? It is depend upon you. If you want to do the food safety for the public welfare, for the social cause, then definitely you go for the FSSAI. Okay, and if you are looking about the different types of illegal items, then do not go or do not opt for the same. Experience could matter in the food industry. I must say that experience is definitely a matters thing. If experience is a thing that matters the most, but not for the CFSO or TO. If you are applying for the food analyst, okay, then definitely it is important. One question is there with concern to desirable qualification of GATE or NET examination. Keep in mind, it is not at all mandatory. ये mandatory नहीं है. It is not at all mandatory. ये बिल्कुल compulsory चीज नहीं है. If 3 persons are there and there is a tie at the last, then if one person having the GATE qualification of GATE and NET, that could be selected. Again, there is a we could say cut-off tie. Then at that time, the person with more age that could be selected. So this is the criteria. Second CBT syllabus, I must say that till the time today, second CBT syllabus, CBT second syllabus is not revealed by the food authority. Okay,